up to Harrogate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Edinburgh, and then back down to Braintree, and then
she's covered like the whole
She's
UK.
covered, I know. And then after sixth form, she went up to school in York.
York's beautiful.
It is. It's a cool
York's
town.
beautiful. I gotta say, like Lincoln's fun for sure.
Yeah.
York's one of them towns where it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever we're watching, I'm buddies with Simon and Connor, some of these cats. Whenever we're watching, though, like she's definitely holding out the English flag for you.
Oh, thank you.
Big time.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that is Drew Powell. I am Chris Spangle here with the Bob and Tom Show, and we are talking to Jack Harvey, who drives the number 30 for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. First off, you have to be excited for Graham Rahal to be back in the race at this point.
Well, yeah, totally. Obviously, this has come up a lot today in the last few days, but I think from the start of Fast Friday, which is when I think we all realised that we were kind of in the wrong part of where we want to be,
right.
to Tuesday at 10 a.m. when we saw that he was going to be Stefan's replacement, which, first thing I will add, I hated what happened for Steph.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic guy. Wish him the speediest of recoveries because he and his team showed that they deserved and earned their place in the 107th run in the Indy 500. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope that he gets in next year for the 108th. He deserves it.
Yeah, sure.
I was relieved in a lot of ways to see Graham get the call, and I do want to say thanks to, always to Honda, because I've only ever driven a Honda, but also in this moment to Chevy.
Yeah.
The race fan in me loves that they were able to overcome whatever the hurdles are. I have no idea, but I'm grateful they were able to overcome it. And I want to say thanks to everyone on the 24 for embracing Graham the way they have, because from the Rahal Letterman Lanigan side, it's been peak stress, and people think, it's just qualifying day, but really it's not. It's from Fast Friday, and then to bump out a teammate is awful. People don't realise Graham's actually a very good friend of mine.
Sure,
so that added another layer of it. So I know what it means for him. I know Bobby's had every emotion at this place from winning it to being bumped himself. So I know what the Indianapolis Motor Speedway means to the Rahal family. I know what it means to this team. I know the difficult questions that then get asked when one of our cars, whoever it is, doesn't make it. So you're balancing these very heavy negative feelings on one shoulder. The other shoulder, I felt so grateful,
of course,
to be in the race, and I felt grateful for myself. For all the sponsors on the 30 car. For People Ready, for Custom Entertainment, for all my mechanics. For the engineers, for everybody in marketing, and I think other people as well should just give them a thought throughout all this, trying to balance some of these positive, negative in equal doses. I will say though, everything that's happened, I'm proud of the people of RLL. We clearly haven't had the performance, but in terms of just how they are as people, I thought we all handled bump day with a huge amount of class.
Absolutely.
I think that universally, Graham has, I think, in the IndyCar fandom online, sometimes been unfairly criticized, but I've seen that completely switch since qualifying.
Without doubt.
For you too, I think the way that the team handled it, and also, Honda and Chevy, I don't think anybody really thought that would be possible to see a Honda driver go to a Chevy car. It does make a big difference in the race, for those of you who don't know. But it really, I think, speaks to where IndyCar's at right now, where it seems like a big club where everybody's rooting for each other, as opposed to maybe 30 years ago where it's don't tell anybody anything or I'll knife you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and not for nothing, your qualifying was the equivalent of a freaking game-winning shot in basketball. That's worth celebrating.
The car was hot, and you weren't supposed to. Were you on the fourth lap going, no effing way?
I saw the third lap, and I was just like, a bit like everyone else, like, there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. And I think I've watched the broadcast back, and I think we were pretty much getting written off, and probably rightly so, until that third lap.
Hang on a second.
I still can't quite understand everything that happened there.
Did you make any change of the car?
We did in pit lane. Maybe I was a bit more Johnny on the spot with the tools that we have inside the car. it's a wild day, man. You know, it's so wild, and you know, I love sports. I love this place, and it felt like one of them moments, whether it's basketball and you've thrown and the buzzer's gone, or you know, you're throwing a Hail Mary to win a football game or something. Like that was the equivalent.
Penalty goal in football.
You know, like soccer. that was our final effort. That was all we had left. There was nothing else to give. I truthfully didn't even know how much time was left. That's how like just present I was, which is why I asked on the way in, like, how much time is there left? Right. And they're like, 0, you're in. And honestly, like, I cried like a little girl from pretty much the middle of like the back straight to like coming in and composing myself again.
That is great.
And again,
I love that.
But you're wrestling with it because I knew that it would have been Graham. You know, and then it is a weird.
That's a weird
moment.
Spot.
It is a weird spot, and then you throw in the other dynamic of it, where you know, obviously Bobby's my team boss. That's how I see him.
Sure.
That's how Graham sees him, but then that's also his dad. Right. So they have another layer to that relationship that's way deeper than anything that we do at the racetrack.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I do think that we all handled it with
a
nice amount of class, and I really was proud to be a part of that organization on that day for the people that they are. And now we're in the 107th running, and we have a year to try and figure out what the heck went wrong last weekend. But
and which number is this for you? How many 500s?
7.
Wow.
Yeah, right. I know.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Let's make it happen. It'll make a great movie.
I mean,
Jack.
honestly, if someone from our team wins,
I'll forget it.
Like,
forget it.
I don't even know what I'd do. Honestly, I hope it's me. If it's one of the others, I'll celebrate with them. You know, maybe we don't go to Detroit. Who knows?
Still celebrating.
Yeah, we'll still be celebrating. But yeah, no, it's
you guys over here going like, no.
Jacob's like, in all fairness, Jacob's like, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's always the PR people. You got to watch out.
So we've been asking all the drivers. You know, my day job is I'm an actor. So in that movie, when you win and we cast the movie, who plays Jack Harvey?
Only because I get this a lot.
I know who you're going to say.
Zac Efron.
I knew it.
Yeah,
but here's the
lot
thing.
of people say.
Oh my gosh, forget it. I mean, you guys could be brothers, but I also I'm getting serious Danny Radcliffe vibes, man. And I could see
that went from feeling like an ultra positive to kind of a negative.
Come on, he's Harry Potter. He's Harry Potter.
I'm living this Jekyll and Hyde all the time. I
want to see that. Yeah, he is Zac Efron and Danny Radcliffe.
I do see that.
Somebody make that. Somebody give me some art of that on Jack's shoulders.
He does kind of have like the Harry Potter was a nerd in middle school. Now look how hot he is.
When Harry Potter got hot, there you go.
I still am a nerd, in all fairness. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Nice.
One time when I got drunk, I did permanent marker the line on my forehead. Get me some little specs on. I'll be Harry. Hey, if we win the race, I will dress up like Harry Potter sometime on Monday.
That's great. Listen, you heard it here first.
Now, are you a traveler?
Well, I mean, inherently, yes, because obviously I'm from the UK and I'm living in America. I'm actually a homebody.
Okay.
Like, I don't love traveling, which is hilarious for how many race weekends I travel to.
You spend a lot of time away.
But like my apartment is my little sanctuary.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
What do you do? Where do you live at, by the way?
North side of Indy.
Okay, so what have you done to the apartment that makes it feel like a sanctuary?
It's really more about the feeling that I get every time I come home. It's peaceful. It's been decorated, albeit mostly not by me. It's a calm place to be. It is, and I get there and I just find it easy to leave my stress, negativity at the door. And I walk in and I'm just like, okay, I'm home. And it's almost like I'm safe again. And everyone has them, home comforts, creature comforts, like obviously being from the UK, the bits that I miss about it, some food. So I make sure that I always have something.
You got baked beans, you got curly whirlies, you got, you have, I mean,
I'm blowing my mind.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, I told you, my wife is English. Absolutely.
Let's get a crunchy in there.
Absolutely. Let's go. Come on. Are you a Marmite guy?
No,
me neither. Come on. Nobody wants that.
Get on board with that.
I liked, what's the rings when you put them on your finger?
Haribo. Haribo.
No, the
party
like
rings.
The chips, like hula hoops.
Oh, hula.
Give me hula hoops all day.
Yeah, Monster Munch. You ever
Come
had
on,
them?
heck yeah. Let's go. We haven't even got to the lager yet. Let's go. Yeah.
So what do you keep stocked in the cabinet from? Do you like have it shipped over, or is there a store here that you can get it?
Yes, a little bit yes to both. I will say my mum is as much of a mum as you could ever meet.
Love it.
And she keeps me very well stocked.
Oh, that's
my
sweet.
dad travels to a lot of the races too, so he's always bringing my favourite biscuits, chocolate digestive, hobnob.
Arnott's Australia.
Hobnob.
Oh my God,
yeah, I know.
Hobnob, chocolate covered hobnob.
Yeah, that's the way.
Let's
go.
know.
When I heard chocolate digestive the first time, I was like, "There's no way that's a candy. That's the worst."
No, it's not. It's a cookie. It's like a graham cracker kind of, but better.
This is where there's an immediate language barrier.
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Because a cookie here, if I think about a cookie, I think pretty much exclusively chocolate chip.
Right.
Yes, right.
That's it's a chocolate chip cookie, period. Everything else has its own subcategory.
Yeah.
And in the UK, that's called a biscuit.
Yes.
Right.
Where in America, a biscuit is like a weird cross between like a scone and a bread bun.
Yeah,
I'm like, am I putting jam and clotted cream on that? Or how am I eating
gravy?
this? Or gravy.
Yeah, I asked for biscuits and gravy one time, and I got a scone with and they really worked hard.
I got to tell this story. So me and my sister, when I first moved to America, she comes over with me. She's here 10 days, helped me get settled into my first apartment. We go to a brunch spot, and brunch is a new concept, I think, for a lot of people. Normally we just bypass that and go straight to lunch, but we're brunching. We're having a great time. We're looking down the menu and it says biscuits and gravy, and at this point we have not immersed ourselves in American culture. We have no idea. Nothing about that made sense, because in our mind, to give you a reference, that pretty much is like someone going, there's two graham crackers covered with beef gravy or turkey gravy, and that didn't make sense. I'm not here for it.
No, absolutely not.
And then I did one day try biscuits and gravy. It's hearty. That's a hearty
That's
meal.
a guy that eats baked beans for breakfast.
That is a great way to say it, though. It is hearty.
American beans are dense.
Really?
Don't you think?
Yeah, totally different.
Baked beans in the UK are lighter.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite a lot lighter.
Yes.
Less sugary, less syrupy.
Yes.
Definitely
for
more
sure.
like a savory thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is, it has to be toast. It can't be bread, because then it's going to be dripping through soggy mess.
No,
I'm not here. I don't like that.
No.
But proper toast, beans.
That's full English, baby.
Yes.
Except
good
the blood
bacon.
pudding. I can't get the blood pudding.
I don't dabble with that either.
Right.
No mushrooms, no tomatoes.
You and I are going to go to Cracker Barrel and ask for a full
I
English
love
and see what
Cracker
happens.
Barrel. I love it. It's one of my favorite places to go. You got garden table, patio. I'm like, let's go
let's
Cracker
go to Cracker
Barrel.
Barrel.
Yeah, let's go.
Buddy.
Eggs over medium. Don't fry my bacon.
That's it. All right, next time my wife joins me, I'm gonna call you up, because we're on the north side too with my folks. We're gonna find a good a pub that will serve us some breakfast.
I make pretty good sausage rolls.
Done. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll come over.
How do you feel even just a little bit confused at what's going on here?
I feel like I just came
we're
from
speaking a language and no one else is.
I feel like
vibing.
I just came from England. I'm in a Waffle House right now.
There
I don't
you
know.
go.
It's a smothered
I'm
covered
hungry.
in what?
That's all I am right now. Jeez.
Actually, it's one of the first. When I went to, it was new in my American adventure. We were in New Orleans, and I went to a Waffle House.
Oh boy.
That is the last
Deep
time
end.
I ever went into a Waffle House. And I think what made it worse, I saw them prepping.
Oh no! Never look behind the curtain.
Just throw up a screen.
No.
Ignorance
please,
is
dear
bliss.
God.
Yeah.
I saw that thing go in the waffle maker. I couldn't bring myself to eat it. That should not be served by people.
No.
Is there an American fast food restaurant that you're really into? You're like, I know I shouldn't be.
So many.
So you're like me, except you work out and you probably can resist temptation. So you just drive by and you just go, I gotta have BK today. I gotta have Burger King.
That's not on my list.
Okay, what's your list?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on.
maybe number one.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Pretty damn
outside,
good.
I'm class. It is me kind of saying I'm not a BK guy. I do like Burger King.
Sure.
Yep.
I like McDonald's.
Have you had In-N-Out when you're in California?
Love In-N-Out.
Yeah, baby.
I like Five Guys.
Yeah, also good.
I like all of them.
Love
When
it.
people are like, what do you? I like Shake Shacks. Now we're flowing. Big pizza guy.
Now we're flowing, baby.
Basbo's, great pizza.
I was just gonna say
Napoli's, good pizza.
Yeah.
Greeks,
good
pizza. Monocles. I mean,
we had a Greek's pizza on the square in Lebanon, Indiana. It was like living.
This
you
is
got to
just
go
the
there.
best.
controversial. I like Arby's curly fries.
Oh, all right.
No.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
And then I've never been to Wendy's.
What?
I don't even know why. Like I've got no problem with Wendy.
We're gonna need a Wendy's sponsorship here. I think you got a great opportunity.
I actually love their social media account. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why. I've never been there. I've never been to Culver's.
Oh man,
come
And
on.
I hear
that's
that's
top
good
two
too.
for me, yeah.
Do like Grater's ice cream though. That's pretty clutch.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? The only thing about McDonald's that annoys me, the milkshake / ice cream maker never works.
It never works. And by the way, they're just lying.
Sometimes I just want a cone. Just give me a cone.
Nope.
Little bit of a 99 whip.
It's too hard to clean. A 99 whip with the freaking flake in there. Give me
a
the
flake.
99 flake. I love
Someone
it.
get me a Cadbury flake.
All right, Jack.
I think we're gonna have to start a podcast. American and Englishmen and
people are gonna
food.
listen to this back and be like, "What were they even on
What
about?"
are they taking?
How many times a week do you eat fast food?
Truthfully, not many. Man. I gotta say,
You don't
Look at
you
him,
don't get
right?
in a race car eating fast food.
I like actually just Social Cantina. That's kind of close to us. We like that.
Nice.
Big Chipotle guy.
Yeah, sure.
Like Wahlburgers. That's another one never mentioned.
That's great.
So
We need to just edit this of
seem-
him like wistfully
just
talking.
like
Yeah,
all of them down.
Here's me saying I don't eat a lot, but there I am rattling them off left and right.
42 minutes later.
Yeah, he's still going. I've never dabbled on White Castle because
No.
someone said give it a wide berth. Jacob's mad. But I don't know.
It's one of those 2 in the morning, and you've made some bad decisions, and you're like, well, let's just add one more to the thing. Yeah,
not to just keep having another one.
Yeah.
But my next one at 2 a.m. You talk about bad decisions at 2 a.m. Skyline Chili.
Let's go. Come on,
That's a-
Chili Mac.
That's a good decision.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a good decision at 3 p.m.
It doesn't feel as good the next morning, but
I will never forget smelling my breath with booze infused Skyline Chili
onions.
and I was like, I think I'm gonna die. Like, this thing, I'm gonna breathe in my own breath, and I'm just gonna keel over right now.
Good night, everybody, and we're out. That's great. I love it, man.
All right, Jack Harvey, the number 30 for Ray Hall Letterman.
Oh
Landon.
yeah, racing. Yeah.
Best of luck to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Best interview of the day.